Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Lift off and the clock has started.
This is No Offense, eh? Brought to you by Matt Buchanan Studios with comedians Matt Buchanan and Jackie Graham. Be sure to visit our website at www.mattbuchananstudios.com and you can order my new book, An Explanation for Life, the Universe, the Brain, the Mind, and Consciousness. We mean you no offense, so please don't cry. We are comedians, so that's our alibi. So if you don't like us, please don't cancel the show. We're just having fun, so just let it go.
Okay, we're doing it live.
We are doing it live. All right, well, here we are then.
God damn it.
As I pour a drink. You know what I was just thinking of and what we were talking about?
Did I need to laugh not straight into the mic?
That too. No, I think laugh as much as you can right into the mic, especially at my jokes. Definitely if I'm saying stuff. Probably, I mean, it makes more sense. Don't laugh at your own jokes. That's insecure.
All right.
No, what I was going to say as I'm pouring this alcohol, because this is what I was thinking of. So, a lot of people have been saying about, so a lot of people talking about the alcohol stores, liquor stores being open, right? LCBO, Liquor Board.
Are they?
Control of Canada, whatever, because it's like, is it an essential service?
Yes.
So that's what people are talking about. Yeah, I think so too. And for a lot of reasons. But, I mean, the main argument going around is because of addictions, right? People with addictions, it would actually overwhelm the OD centers or however you would call it. Like, it would overwhelm healthcare more if they close. Yeah, because people would be
absolutely.
People would go into withdrawal and other things. But I think the side of it that people don't look at, which is almost like, to me, the more glaringly obvious side, is like putting or saying, at least in Canada, that you couldn't have liquor stores open is basically the same as saying we're in prohibition.
Yes.
That's basically putting a ban on alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, because it's only certain retailers are allowed to sell it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah, well, it's interesting too because cannabis was considered an essential service as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's a newer one.
Yeah, hilarious. I thought that was so funny. It's like it was illegal up until 2 years ago, and then now it's essential.
There's one thing I wanted to do also.
Oh.
Well, keep going.
All right, because, we're rolling now. Just let me know if you need us to figure something out. But, yeah, I think it's essential. I mean, it's the same kind of argument, though. I mean, I guess up until that point, there was a prohibition on marijuana, which obviously a lot of people weren't happy with, and there was still a black market for it. And so, basically, if they were to just say, liquor stores are closed now, then that's effectively saying there's a ban on alcohol. And then all of a sudden we enter a prohibition era where we're at speakeasies fucking trying to get a lick of a shot glass.
Yeah. You gotta show your papers to be able to get outside.
Yeah, just to get out there, but then sneak yourself into some kind of underground little bar where people are making bathtub and toilet vodka.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Little Trailer Park Boys. Julian's making potato vodka again. He's really making a lot of money in the prisons, though.
Oh my gosh. Freaking love Trailer Park Boys. But yeah, especially in Canada too, though. It's I feel like, given they've closed absolutely everything else, it would just be absolute anarchy if people couldn't at least drink to get through this period of time.
You gotta have a couple in the fridge. I mean, there's nothing else really to do these days, and you're just at home. Hopefully you have at least someone you live with, right, and you can share a drink with them. Otherwise you're just drinking at home alone, sad. But
you know what? I feel very judged right now. I do live alone.
I'll drink with you if you're drinking at home.
And when
alone,
I drink alone, I prefer to drink by myself.
When you drink alone, you prefer to drink by yourself. That doesn't. I sure hope so. I mean, I don't know how else you would pull that off.
It's a song lyric reference.
Oh, okay. Way over my head. Or under. Oh, wow. Well, in this bleak outlook of the current climate in the world, I have a message. Let me pull this up. I have a message from a gorilla, and you might be thinking, What's that mean?
Oh God.
Whoops, we just cut out for a second, but we're back live now.
Hand of applause, round of applause for the producer.
Hand
everybody.
of applause.
We-
One single hand.
Yeah, I can actually do that though. Did
We're
you know that?
inclusive. It's for the people that only have one.
I feel like this is a good segue to show you that I can actually do this.
Oh,
and
no?
I'm really not looking forward to doing this right now because it's incredibly embarrassing.
Oh my God.
So if you're only listening, this is not my balls clapping. This is indeed a hand of applause.
This is indeed a hand of applause.
And left, and you want to...
Whoa.
That was a two-hand of applause. So I guess it's a real thing. The point is,
How
celebrate...
did you learn to do this? Under what circumstance did you only have one hand but needed to make applause?
Yeah, it was when I broke my arm as a kid. And just because, like, we're silly bastards. He was just one of my best friends, actually. But he did this thing. He was just like, yo, it's a one-hand clap. And I was like, oh, that's kind of... I, like, for some reason, like, my young boy ego had to, like, match his ego. Because he's like, yo, this guy can fucking one-hand clap. I was like, I need to one-hand clap. And I did that for so many things. Wiggling my nose, figured that out because I saw someone do it. And I was like, how do you do that? Wiggling my ears, all that stupid bullshit. I was like, why?
So wait, wiggle your nose. Wait, but you're just... I can't do it
flaring. It's like flaring my nose, right? Flaring your nostrils. So many people can do it. I can wiggle my ears too, but you can see because the
My whole
headphones on.
face
But
moves.
yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm aware. I wasn't included in a lot of things. Right?
Yeah. So I had to include myself in my
I
facial
never learned
expressions.
how to do these things. Actually, did you ever... Was this a thing for you guys for a while? Like, I feel like there's a thing where people would do this and they'd like...
Oh.
Yes! Okay, I can't do
That
that one
thing?
either. I also
Yeah.
can't snap.
You can't snap?
No.
Like, you just can't snap your fingers. Can you whistle?
I hate you.
Was
All
that
right.
really you?
Yes! Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, no, I can't do that.
That's
I
a
don't have enough
beautiful
power.
sound. I'm a goddamn instrument in my lungs. I wish I could sing, though. You can't whistle or snap. You just...
No.
Like, can you tie your shoes?
I wear a lot of
All those little
Velcro.
things that
I'm really
you
big
figure
into the
out.
slip-on shoes. Crocs are great.
Crocs, yeah.
I have winterized Crocs.
It would be somebody who would wear Crocs who doesn't know how to snap or whistle.
Yeah, or had friends. Yeah, it's me.
It's like, but it makes it sound like people who can snap and whistle are just like hanging out in circles at clubs, like
Yeah.
like we're all just out there snapping, whistling Dixie.
That's how you enter a new circle. Is you just do the...
If there's like a closed, it's a tight
Yeah.
circle. You just kind of edge your way in. You like push one shoulder.
They'll hear
in,
the sounds.
You push an elbow in. You start
It's like a
snapping
mating
little
call.
bit. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, like so here, this is
Yes.
this is what I was about to pull up before I fucked up our audio.
Okay.
It's a message from a gorilla, and we were contemplating what does that mean? Because, well, that doesn't really mean much, but but here it is. I'll read it as it goes, because otherwise you can't see it. So if you've ever heard of Coco the talking gorilla, this is her. I'll tell you a little
So
bit
wait, is
about
she
her.
the one that had the kitten, or is that someone else?
I think Coco might have had a kitten, yeah, and she also had like her own like baby gorillas that she took care of and stuff.
Oh.
But Coco is she's like one of the most studied gorillas. She is a gorilla who learns sign language. So by studied, I mean like she basically grew up and spent most of her life in a laboratory, in a neuroscience lab, being taught sign language and being
Basically
evaluated and investigated for, all of her cognitive abilities and trying to like learn all this about her. She was alive from 1971 to 2018. That's
Holy.
a old gorilla, like had a long life. And so you got to think this gorilla is older than me, literally when it died, older than us, older than most of the people, like half the planet.
Honestly,
practically,
this
like 50
gorilla
years old.
should have been allowed to vote.
Yeah.
It's like...
I think this gorilla would make a better political decision than most
Yeah.
voters today. And actually, I think that this video is indicative of that. I'll read it because it's like captioned because the gorilla can't talk.
Is this gonna make me sad?
No, I think it's kind of a happy message, but we'll see. There is a sadder. I've seen a sad one, but she says this. The caption of this video says this was Coco's last words and message before sadly padding away. And the fact that
Padding away?
So the fact that the person who made the video didn't even spell passing away correct gives me
Okay.
a little bit of caution for the
I've
authenticity.
been staring at this for like a decent
Padding
amount
away,
of
didn't
time,
even-
and I did not register that it didn't say passing. Like,
Didn't even register.
rough.
Yeah. See, your brain will do that. That's actually like a whole other brain thing, though. You'll
I know.
read through
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
interesting.
so here's what it says. Coco's message. This was like the last thing before she died. It said, "Coco, sorry." Coco, cry.
Okay, why?
Time, hurry. Fix. Earth. Help. Earth.
Oh my god.
Hurry. Protect Earth. Nature. Nature see you.
Oh.
Thank you. That's what she had to say. How about that? That's a
kind
message
of
for
heartbreaking.
all of those humans out there that can't figure it out. Isn't it? It's a bit
This is
sad
Greta
that that's how she
Thunberg's
felt
early
before she
work.
died.
That was a joke just for me. Yeah, that's really sad. Like, it's not sad. It just makes me sad just because of, the current state of the world.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, she died in 2018. Could you imagine if she was alive today?
Oh,
what
God.
would she have to say today?
just nothing. She's done with us already. Like,
Yeah. What was the other gorilla though? Harambe.
Yes.
That was that one had a bad go too, didn't he? Harambe had a rough go.
yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah. Now she's R.I.P. All these gorillas and like these smart gorillas, like know what's going on. So I don't know her message, but the thing is, here's what I was not sure
But
about.
does she have the awareness to know, like, what that means? I guess.
For
like,
Coco, it seems like it. Yeah, she had a
Interesting.
good high level of like actual, like she knew how to articulate herself. Like she could have full conversations with the
What?
trainers in sign language, right? Like they could talk about stuff.
wow.
But the thing is about this video, I don't even know if like that was her last words, because like the padding away. First of all, this could have just been someone who captioned this video, so she might be saying something else entirely.
Yeah.
She
She's
might
telling
not-
us to all just go fuck ourselves.
That
Like,
literally might be it, because I don't speak sign language. I got to get an interpreter in here
speak
now.
sign language.
Maybe actually I do have a friend who does. Okay, I've just committed this now. Next episode, I'm gonna get a friend to interpret her sign language and see if this is accurate.
Oh, there
or
we
not.
go. Fact check it.
This is amazing. I'm so excited for this right now. So okay, next next episode, I'm gonna comment back on that, because otherwise it's like somebody could have just captioned that over. But still magnificent. A gorilla who knows sign language who can communicate. That's true. That's a fact.
Yeah. That's wild.
Here's an example, one that always fascinated me. You actually will learn about Coco a lot if you take like a first year neuroscience course or a lot of certain psychology courses
Yeah,
and stuff.
which
I
is in
gotta
my
bring it in.
future.
I gotta bring that in. So
Just bringing up the fact that I didn't study neuroscience. Fuck.
yeah, everyone who didn't study neuroscience.
Sorry, I got my
it's
general
like, what
arts
do they
degree.
even-
Okay.
That GA.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
GA. Well, the doctor, what he has to say is that. Sorry, Coco.
No. Go
She
on.
actually so she was so smart. When we're talking about awareness, she actually learned to she made up her own words basically.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Question. So
Yeah.
isn't it something that sets humans apart, though, is that we are aware of our own existence, or something about, like, our ability to, like, self-reflect or something? Like, being aware of our own...
Yeah, definitely
consciousness and
to a
stuff?
certain degree. Like that's basically to a lot of people what makes people conscious is that basically, or what people
Like
suggest
self-awareness?
defines consciousness is like your level of self-awareness. So the more aware you are, the more conscious you are. To that end, certain animals exhibit some degrees of consciousness, and in fact, some would argue anything living would exhibit some degree of consciousness by virtue of the amount of awareness that they do
Right.
portray. In this case, this animal portrays quite a lot of awareness. You would say she's probably pretty conscious, and her ability to do that, like for gorillas, I mean, they're lower primates, so to speak, but they're like next to humans. They're the next.
Well, that's
person.
what's so, like, kind of creepy about this, too, is, like, how, I don't know. Like, that I mean, obviously we know a lot about certain species, but it's like, maybe they're actually just as smart as we are? Like, you know?
Like, you got to think, I mean, she's been trained and taught, like, she had an education, so you could think, okay, maybe an educated gorilla
Right.
is as smart.
Well, it's about
is as
access
smart
to
as we.
information, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's got Google. She probably had a phone. you
Yeah,
know?
seriously.
She calls her other gorilla friends, and she's doing, like,
She's
naked
making
titty
TikToks.
Snapchat with them, like, sending news.
How does that work? Isn't she always nude?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, jeez.
She's just
Why did you
everything
sound
she
so into
sends
it?
is nudes, she's just sending bare nudes until she says she can't get that face lock. She's trying to get the Face ID to work, and she's all upset and shit because her brother can still open it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Are you saying all gorillas look alike?
They're pretty
It's actually
similar
really rude.
looking. They are pretty similar
Wow.
looking. So well, that's
the
the
biggest.
message from Coco, you know, just like, you know, treat Earth better, and Earth is, you know, we got to be happy and all that. So thanks, Coco, for the message.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see how things go.
Yeah, you know, I still remember learning about her. Like, I found this video recently, and it just reminded me because, like, I find her so fascinating. I remember, like, learning about her on my first, like, in a first-year neuroscience course, and we were talking, like, the whole course was about animal communication, and we actually had two professors. It was one of the weirdest courses ever, but very cool. But you never had a course with two profs. There was two profs that showed up, like, it was a goddamn show. Like, we're a fucking co-host and host.
Interesting.
They both would show up, and they're both, like, full-fledged professors, not just, like, you know, me, like a PhD doing, you know, early professor stuff. I'm talking, like, high careers professors showing up, and they did, like, a team lecture, and they would, like, play off of each other. One of the coolest lectures I ever experienced.
Interesting.
I don't even know how they did that or how they could afford that or why the
Yeah.
university would let that. The point is, it was amazing. I remember it to this day. Coco came up. They talked about, like, bees communicating and whales and fucking dolphins and, like, all of the above, like, how they communicate. So
That's so cool. I was actually watching the Magic School Bus the other day, and they talked about how ants use
Yeah.
pheromones to communicate.
you goddamn right. See, Magic School Bus. Who needs a fucking
Seriously?
professor or
Yeah.
a course?
You know, we all have our different ways of learning.
You know, I'd be lying if I told you I didn't watch at least like a half dozen episodes of Magic School Bus this past year.
Oh my god,
I've
that's
definitely
so
watched
good.
a handful. Sometimes you just tune in, man, and
Yeah, like if I want to know how a freaking car engine works, like
the pheromone episode, though, I remember that though. Yeah, so actually a lot of animals will communicate with pheromones, but it's kind of fascinating how smart ants are for how small they are. And again, it comes
Yeah.
back to that awareness thing, like what's going on there, you know? There's some kind of spark in that machine, right?
yeah, that they're just like driven to do certain things.
Yeah, and that it's like built into them.
Mhm.
So last week, we were actually talking about on the last episode the reptile people, right?
Ah, yes.
Those reptile folk.
Yes.
And the 100% true existing those reptiles, the ones
right,
that
the
definitely
secret
exist.
society.
Yeah, the secret society ones that for sure exist. Here's like a little video clip follow up of some evidence from that.
Oh,
And then I
beautiful.
think you had something. You had a little
Yeah.
pitch on that too. Oh,
This
that
will
sounds
totally
awfully
tie
loud.
into my newest top 4 segment.
I'm looking forward to it. This
I bet
this
you are.
will. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay.
Hybrids have been known to
Okay, I'm gonna restart it.
shapeshift.
So this is
So
first
who
of
is
all,
this?
this is no idea, but she's
Okay.
she's like a 70-year-old white lady with like a nice outfit on, so she's definitely credible.
Honestly, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, she's fully credible. She must be for these reasons alone. But it's like, I mean, she actually kind of looks like the queen, and that's not a joke. That's actually the truth. She has like a queen haircut, a queen face, like Elizabeth, that one. So, you know,
I
and
feel
she's
like she
talking about
kind of just
reptiles.
looks like an average elderly woman, but I guess
Do all old women look like the queen?
kind of. I feel like
Maybe.
they do.
So this is what she's saying. I think hopefully, hopefully you'll be able to hear. I'll turn it up
All right,
a little bit.
let's see how based she is.
Reptilian hybrids have been known to shapeshift into their reptilian form. Reptilian extraterrestrials tend to have a very negative press. There are
I have a very negative press. I don't really think anyone is giving them press, actually. Like,
This is the best press they're getting all fucking
yeah,
year.
seriously.
The reptilian forms tend to have a negative press as opposed to any press.
She's totally a reptilian.
Yeah.
She's their PR person, and she's trying to make it better.
She heard about all the crocodile hunting going on in New Orleans, and she's like,
Yeah.
we're coming to Earth. We're putting an end to this here. Okay, so she's there, and there's quite a number of reptilians.
quite
Okay.
a number of different types
Ah, yes.
of reptilians.
So she's basically showing photographs of dinosaurs,
Oh, no. Those are the different reptilians.
the different reptilians. Yep.
And
And
some of them are very kindly,
very kindly,
very
like
friendly,
they're
very
nice.
I myself had
no,
Am a freaking reptilian. Like,
that's exactly what I thought she was gonna say. I myself am a reptilian,
Yeah.
and I was waiting for her to metamorphosize right here on spot.
shapeshift before our eyes.
Give us that shapeshift. But no, she just goes on to say, I myself had an encounter, and then she describes an awkward anal probe.
With a reptilian who suddenly showed up. And
There
I
was
had
no
a
anal probe.
completely positive feeling about him.
What did they do? Just walk through the door?
I think, you see, so many of these beings are interdimensional. I think that he suddenly, poofed, appeared in the middle of my living room one afternoon. These hybrids are here doing some wonderful service.
Yeah.
I was so thought that she was actually going to describe an anal probe situation. Like, I am so disappointed.
I just set that up real quick.
He's in your living room, and then?
And then all of a sudden I woke up and my hands and ankles were tied together.
Yeah.
Wow, but that was, yeah, hopefully you could hear that fine, because, like, they play music in the back. It was playing music, but I think it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm the worst for this. Like, I'm the same way with infomercials. Like, they'll get me every time. You know, like, if I listen to it long enough, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know I had a need for this, but suddenly I do.
I didn't know I needed this.
It's like, I was open to the idea of reptilians, but,
You know, one of my favorite Mitch Hedberg jokes, you know Mitch Hedberg, late comedian? He has this joke
personal
that he's
brand,
like, how does it go? He says something like, he's, oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm already laughing at. He's like, you'll be watching an infomercial, and they'll be like, forget everything that you know about toothbrushes. All right. And then he's like, and then they proceed to try to tell me about toothbrushes. He's like, what are those?
Oh my God, it's so stupid. I love it.
So dumb, but I do love it. I love Mitch Hedberg.
Oh man. All right, so actually,
Okay, you want me
since we're
Yeah.
all prepped for reptilian talk,
Mhm.
I have a few conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I had
And-
a photo of a reptile.
Yes, okay, so her pictures of reptilians were much better than mine. I believe that that's actually a clip from the movie, what is the one where there's a
think
monster in the lake or whatever?
Yeah, I
like,
recognize this as
swamp
like that
creature
weird-
or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that this is what they look like.
A lot
in
of
their
people don't know
truest
that
form.
movie was actually, it was actually loosely based on reptilian
Yes.
people. It was kind of like an homage. There was like an undertone.
You gotta read between the lines, you
If
know?
you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, well, fuck off.
Exactly. Okay, so I also, don't want to offend
Yeah.
anybody by suggesting that these are conspiracy theories, because I know that
Should I pull this up? Do
conspiracy.
you want this up? Should I close it?
Oh no, that's good. Conspiracy can sometimes, can receive negative press or whatever it was that she said.
Yeah, they sometimes perceive negative press. So
Yeah.
the point is, there's no better word yet, I guess. I mean, for some of you call it truth.
Yes.
Some of you call it conspiracy.
Yes.
Who's to judge?
Exactly. And I mean, I'm also on board with, a lot of this. So
Yeah.
my first conspiracy theory that I'd like to share is of the reptilian elite. So what this lady was alluding to. So the theory suggests that there are shape-shifting.
Let us remind that it was like a well-dressed older white lady.
Yes.
Solid, credible character.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah.
sure.
She seemed
Don't know anything else
sane.
about her, but she did.
No, like, blaring, drug use.
Yeah, imagine it
appearance.
was all drug use, actually. That's what brought her here. She's just like fucking 60 years of acid, and she's like,
And you know what?
"I'm
She's
a
allowed at
reptile."
that point.
Okay, so, shapeshifters?
Yes, so shape-shifting, extraterrestrial.
Right, yeah, because they are from space.
Reptilian humanoids, actually, is what they,
Gotcha.
their preferred pronoun.
Yeah. We don't want to assume their pronouns,
Yeah.
but we can...
I think it's
You know,
fluid, because
if
they
we-
shapeshift.
That's right, so they're probably kind of like happy either way, or does that just mean like they're gender fluid?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Okay,
Gender is a social construct. God.
so their pronouns are probably, maybe they're fluid with those two.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Are- Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say, aren't
You wanna-
some reptiles even asexual? Do they even have,
Oh.
or both? Like, do some of them have both genitals? Because I feel like some reptiles, right? They do.
Yeah,
don't know
I
enough
think they'd be
about-
them, they at that point.
Yeah, that's right. We just got to be very inclusive on this podcast. This is the most inclusive podcast out there.
It
Them,
is.
They, theirs, theirs. So
Yes.
Z,
And yeah, if you don't have a pronoun at all, like if you want to be referred to as
King Reptile.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, Your Majesty, the King Reptile. Then that's fine. Okay.
So the goals of the reptilians is actually to enslave the human race. According to my research, I will say that, I did put in minimal amounts of research, so
Definitely not as
I
much
had
as,
the time. I chose not to.
So it's not like fully TikTok credible, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know where her, well, I mean, obviously, I guess she's her own source, but
yeah. First eyewitness.
so a lot of people actually think that these reptilians are part of, like sort of the corporate elites.
Yes.
Oscar-winning actors.
Yeah, last week's episode, apparently, like
Yes, possibly
Michelle
the first
Obama.
lady.
Yeah. The Obamas.
Yeah, and apparently the reptilians are actually responsible for events such as the Holocaust and the 9/11 attacks.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are they part of the elites, they're like reptile terrorists. Because I guess that would be part of their
extraterrestrial
human domination.
terrorists.
Or the human domination. But they just they didn't feel like, getting involved in like World War I or nothing.
No. They just wanted to, specifically target one building in one country.
That one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think because maybe that was like maybe.
Well, no, it said they're involved potentially in the Holocaust. So maybe not the entire war, but just the elimination of the Jews.
Just that part.
They're really anti-Semitic, apparently.
But there's so many fantastic Jewish people who would maybe like to join up with the reptile people.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey,
among
maybe
the rest of us.
Interesting. I wonder
how do you join the reptiles, or do you just have to be one? Like, where are they born? Do we know that?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I think that they're actually from somewhere else and they come here, so I'm not sure. Maybe they can. Maybe there's gonna be like interspecies.
If you mated with one, could we make like mini half reptile?
Yeah, how would
they're
that work?
Humanoids. Yeah, I don't know.
They just can't shapeshift, so they always look like reptiles.
Yeah, I've seen a couple babies that might have already passed for reptiles.
Oh my god! Actually, have you ever seen a Harlequin baby?
No, what's that? Like not because I know what Harlequin is like from the comic or whatever. From the thing. No. This is something else. It's not like
a really unfortunate
is it some sort of or something?
Yeah, and they die, but they look really scary beforehand.
What is this? A Harlequin baby? Okay, we're looking it up real quick. Yeah, we got.
I'm sorry.
I don't. What is it? Is it super graphic warning?
Probably yeah.
Harlequin baby. Harlequin baby. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, leaving this.
That's actually half reptilian.
I won't even describe. That sounds about right. It didn't look like a baby quite. It kind of looked like a bunch of toilet paper rolls
almost
stuffed
like a reptile.
together with some coloration on them. Oh wow. Okay. So all right. Are we done with the reptiles?
We are done with the reptiles.
I have actual goosebumps from that shitty baby.
I'm sorry.
That was gross, but I mean.
All right, so we'll get into something a little lighter. So the next theory that I just wanted to discuss is really that the government is putting chemicals in the water to make the frogs and humans gay.
Did you get that baby on camera? No? Okay, we're going to show it real quick one more time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you were so upset about it, and you're like, hang on. We got to show this one more time.
All right.
Oh, no. We don't want to see the story behind it.
No, we don't. Is it? You got it? All right, that's it. 10-second countdown.
This is what I'm bringing to the show.
If you're just listening to this, definitely check the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not going to describe it.
That's all. Yeah.
Let's do that one more time.
Okay.
Oh.
You need it again?
Yeah.
We need to see the baby one more time.
All right, everybody. This is putting me through it. I'm doing this for y'all. You got it?
I hate it just moved to you.
Oh, I don't, because it's almost like now looking at it doesn't even look like a fucking baby. I'm almost just looking at it
You're
like it's like a made-up
desensitized
thing.
to
Like
it.
it's just like some kind of thing from a movie.
All right, well, you know what's
nobody
not made
wants
up?
to see. What?
That the
Yeah, the
government is
government's-
putting chemicals in the water to make frogs and humans gay.
That's definitely not made up. Yeah,
No.
for sure. Frogs Wait, frogs can be gay. Gay
Yes.
frogs. How do we know about gay frogs?
Well, this theory was
I will
made.
latch onto this.
It was made popular by our modern day hero, Alex Jones.
Alexia Jones is.
Yes.
Alexia Jones
A
is.
gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, he made this one popular. I guess I'll flick this off for a sec, or should I leave it on?
Yeah,
You
no,
want me to
this
pull
isn't
something
relevant to the
pull it.
current.
I'll
current one.
turn this back on in a minute then.
But yeah, so I have a
putting
quote
chemical in the
from
waters.
Alex
Mhm.
Jones.
I didn't know there was chemicals that made people gay. I mean, like, I've heard of, estrogen levels,
Mhm.
but okay.
So, he is quoted saying, "The reason there's so many gay people now is because it's a chemical warfare operation." And he has the government documents where they said they're going to encourage homosexuality with chemicals so that people don't have children.
Oh, okay.
So I think this maybe ties into this whole other theory that we're not going to get into
Mhm.
about, controlling human population.
That's right. Yeah, human population that's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. But, I mean, you'd think there'd be an easier way to, other than making people gay, if you wanted to actually, like, make people sterile. I
Right.
think that's the thing that you want to
No,
do.
it's the gays.
So, so if I'm a government official,
Yeah.
I would just go straight to sterile. I mean, why
Yeah.
would they want them all to be gay?
But enjoy it also.
Yeah, and enjoy butt sex. That's that's a very compelling conspiracy.
Mhm.
And
I actually, this would also be the
Yeah.
time where I have a song snippet that I think
Oh, yeah?
adds to this current.
yeah, you sent me. Did you send me the link for that?
I
think you did,
did.
Because maybe I can. Now let's see. Okay, maybe I will, because then it'll play through here. I will put this back on. We get better volume.
Yeah, this is a song that I found. It's actually, interestingly enough, where, again, not going to go into...
It says Harley on it too. Does this have to do with
No,
the
wait, what
babies?
is that? Oh, okay.
It said Harley. It didn't say Harley Quinn, but it said Harley something. Harley Medrano. Oh boy.
Okay, so I guess this is...
This is the song?
Well, it's hard to actually find real clips of Alex Jones saying things because I feel like he's just been really
He basically got,
censored
yeah.
by
Practically shadow banned
the
on so many, like,
reptilians.
yeah, they took all his episodes of,
Yeah.
like, off Joe Rogan, off Spotify and all that kind of stuff, and it was stuff, the
Yeah,
reptilians
he
at
says some
Spotify.
wild
You think it's a
shit.
coincidence that Spotify has a green logo?
Yeah. I think not.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water. They
This
turn
is
the
it.
freaking frogs gay.
Oh, shit. Do you understand that? Turn the frogs gay.
Yeah. The frogs.
That's pretty fire.
Right? I
gotta
came across
say.
that. I'm like, okay, that's kind of a banger. Like,
So that's Turn the Frickin' Frogs Gay
Yeah.
by Alex Jones remix. YOLO dank memes, bro.
yes. All the credit.
Unreal. Hashtag gay frogs.
Turning freaking frogs gay.
Hashtag gay frogs. Okay, I feel like, I have to. Did you
Hashtag
have
gay
another? Did
frogs?
you have another one? Because if not, I need to use that segue because I got something here.
I do have more, but I mean,
You do have more.
if
Okay.
it seems like a natural...
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that in a sec because we're gonna hop into a little segment here. I just should have. We're gonna hop into a little segment here called
Are we gonna-
Guess That Twitter, and I'm gonna find the
Guess
right
That
fucking
Twitter?
page. I'm gonna find the right page so I don't mess up. Okay. Nice. 30. All right.
No, I was like, wait, what?
He's just throwing up gang signs. Our producer's throwing up gang signs. I think he might shoot us. He's got a. He brought a bag with him
Suwoo.
today. Maybe you have a. I don't know what he hid in there on his way in, but okay. So, how am I gonna do this without Jackie seeing? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn
Should I
this
look
off.
away?
Yeah, you could not. Yeah, just don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. Maybe. Or I'm just gonna have to
All I
turn
want
it
to
on
do
and
is look at
off.
the screen.
I'm just going to have to turn it on and off because that's how we're going to do this game. That's what we're going to do. And I want to minimize this as well. Let me that up.
It's going to be stuck in my head all night.
And
Turn the
the
freaking
fucking
frogs
frogs
gay. If you listen to the end of it, at one point it just goes, frogs. It's amazing.
Okay, so yeah, Jackie, so this is like, so we're hashtag gay frogs. The point of this segment, and this is the reason why we're jumping into it right now. So this segment is called, it's hashtag gay Twitter, hashtag black Twitter. And I'm going to read you a tweet, and you got to tell me whether or not it was from somebody who hashtagged gay Twitter or hashtag black Twitter.
Okay.
Make sense?
And
So
as
that's what we're going to do.
cis white woman, I am the perfect person to...
Yeah, you got this. Yeah, so here's the tweet. I'll read the tweet, but I'm not going to read the hashtags, and then you got to tell me, was this a hashtag gay Twitter, hashtag black Twitter?
All right.
Back in the gym and feeling thick and pasty, LOL.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like is this a trick one? Because I feel like pasties throwing me off, but...
They might all be trick ones for all you know.
All right, I'm going to say black Twitter.
You're saying black Twitter. Black Twitter, you are the big reveal as it comes up on the screen. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Wrong. She's wrong.
Damn.
It was gay
Damn.
Twitter. Gay Twitter.
Yeah.
See,
I should just go with my gut instinct because I don't think I'm going to be able to...
You're right. I mean, see the pasty, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, either one of two things happen here. You made the assumption that, you know, black people are going to be in the gym because I don't know what else it's about. Or it's like, but the fact he's pasty, it's like you really got to read into it, I guess.
Well, right. Like, I figured
Yeah.
that maybe you were trying to trick me and maybe he had, like, maybe... Because don't they put, like...
Well, I'll tell you, I
chalk
didn't
and
make this
stuff?
easy. I'm not
I
making
don't
this
go to the
easy.
gym, but
That's
I feel
very true.
like,
It
you
could be
know,
a chalked
maybe they
up.
put things on their hands.
So he's pasty because he's back in the gym. Yeah, because it's nice to be back
Or
in
it
the gym.
could be, like,
'cause
gym
people are
logo that I'm
locked
just
down.
unaware of as a
Very
mostly
true.
sedentary person.
But doesn't that guy have a serious booty?
Yeah, no, it's a thick
Very
boy.
Thick boy. That was should have maybe given it away too, but thick and feeling thick and pasty. I was about to read it and like what one might say is like a gay tone, and then I decided no, that would give it away. But also the shoes, so the shoes are
Wow.
pretty great. All right, next one. Next one.
Also, who
we
took
got a
this
few
picture?
of these. Yeah, how the fuck is he? He's got like. How is this angle? He's like standing in a gym, like near a step climber.
Like, is this one of those, like, supposed to be candid photos where it's like, okay, take a picture of me, and I'm
Yeah.
just going to pretend I'm looking at my phone.
And he's kind of like this thing though.
He's
He's got
doing-
like his bicep pressed up on his thing, so it like
Yes.
makes his arm look
But he's
bigger, too.
also
It's
doing
obvious,
the nice butt pose where it's like one leg is straight
That's
and the
so
other one is
funny.
forward,
And
so
I
it gives
already
you a little more
comment-
of a bubble butt.
I already commented on his butt too because that's so true. But that's the girl
Oh,
butt
yeah?
pose, and guys can pull it off. I didn't know that guys could pull it off. But he's doing it.
Absolutely.
He's
Killing
pulling it
it.
off. All right. Okay, we're gonna go off and then
Right.
on. This is like, you can think fucking TVs are just working. All right, next one. They might get a little harder.
Okay, well, I
We'll see.
didn't get the first one, so...
Homeless people were straight spelled with an 8. Homeless people straight up judging me during my workout at the park this morning. Watching my 6'4" ass jump rope is probably a funny sight to see. Is that hashtag gay Twitter or hashtag black Twitter?
I feel like it's hashtag gay Twitter.
Hashtag gay Twitter, the big reveal.
Is it?
The big reveal, let's see. Is Jackie right? She's 0 out of 5. She's right.
Yes!
She's right. That was a gay Twitter.
I'm just thinking about it, I'm like, I can totally just see a gay guy in the park skipping rope. Like, that just seems much more of a gay Twitter thing.
Just ripping it up. Now, there was a few things, though. He's 6'4", so I was like, okay. But could be a black gay person as well. There
That's
is
true.
also very tall white people.
They do. Wait.
Usually they do have those. They do have
Yeah.
those. There's a couple. But, you know, so yeah, that was but also the straight up I thought might trick you up too. So that could either be Twitter talk or like,
No,
you
I
know,
feel like that's
slang
like
talk.
sassy
straight up.
gay lingo.
Straight up judging me on
They
my
were
workout.
straight up judging me.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm doing my workout at the park this
My
morning.
6'4"
And also,
ass.
they just like want other guys to know they're working out.
That true.
So-
That too. Yeah, he's on that, and he had fitness, beast mode, gay Twitter, gay bear, beard, gay beard, L.A., Los Angeles. No likes,
Nice.
no comments.
Okay, as of right now, but
Yeah.
Give it time.
Yeah, he might. I mean, his 6'4" ass, man.
I'm interested, so.
All right, we're going to do it again.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to need you to clock out, big dog. Crying face emoji.
There's no context?
I'm going to need you to clock out, big dog.
Okay.
Crying face emoji.
I feel like this is like a work thing, and I'm going to need you to clock out. Is there... Okay. All right. I feel like this is a trap, but I'm going black Twitter.
She's going black Twitter. She feels like it's a trap, but I tried to get her and she got me. I got. It's black Twitter. It's actually about Trump, so there's your context. It's black Twitter saying, I'm going to need you to clock out, big dog.
Okay.
Time
Love
for
it.
Trump to go. And then it's like Marge Simpson, like, telling him, like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so that was a black Twitter. Bye-bye Trump, inauguration 2020. That was one there. All right, I think I got one more of these for you.
What a wild ride.
I got one more of these we're going to do. And...
Oh my god, am I breathing into the mic?
No,
all of a sudden all I hear is...
That was me. I'm trying to not do that. My fucking heavy ass. All right, here we go.
Thick boy.
I'm a thick boy.
Thick,
Stoked to be back. I am a thick pasty boy, almost with a 6'4"
you know what?
ass. I should be. That could.
You just threw one of your tweets in there. Like...
Those were all my tweets.
Yeah.
That was my ass. That was me in the gym.
The guy was wearing a mask and facing away. So clever.
Yeah, I'm actually just like doubling down on my own publicity here.
Yeah.
Just, like, I'm gonna try and shout out my own Twitter.
What is your Twitter?
It's gaymat _
Straight up gay
straight up gaymat thick boy.
gay frogs.
Hashtag gay frog Twitter. Okay, here's the last one. I'm gonna give you some more context for this one because here we go. It's the user. I'm gonna give you more on this one. The user is Shea Bunny. Shea Bunny.
All right.
Cash App. Okay, this is what she's saying. What Shea Bunny's saying. Cash App $5 to Shailene, and I will anonymously tell your friend how bad their new tattoo is. Dead serious.
All right. Can I hear it again?
Can I get that back one more time?
Yeah.
Cash App $5. Okay, yeah, it's from Shea Bunny. Cash App $5 to Shailene, and I will anonymously tell your friend how bad their new tattoo is. Dead serious.
Like, I know that people don't pick their names for their children knowing they're going to be gay, but like Shailene to me, for some reason, seems like a gay name, like Shay.
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 Hey.
All right, I'm going fucking black Twitter.
She's going black Twitter. Who is it? Shea Bunny from Shailene. This was a gay Twitter.
Oh, no, I was right.
Yeah, you got to go with that gut. So you're 2 for 2. 2 for 2. This
Okay,
was,
also, I don't think that's how you
Shailene,
spell
Cash App.
Shailene.
Did I even read it wrong? Maybe?
Shailene?
I mean, that's
Shailene?
definitely not the typical spelling that I'm familiar with.
Shailene.
And see, what's weird is when I read it out loud, new tattoo is dead serious. In my head, it sounds like I read this almost like new tattoo, dead ass serious. And dead ass is like very New York, or maybe could have been black Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's like it was like tricky, but then reading it out loud, I was like, okay. But it was gay Twitter. So
Yeah, no, punctuation is sometimes important.
Mm-hmm.
Can be useful.
That was another thing that came up in that lecture it's crazy. It came up twice. That lecture with those two profs that I had in that communication class. Very first lecture of the entire series. Never met these profs before in my life. First year neuro course. They come up and they wrote on the board, the chalkboard, "Go fuck yourself." And of course that catches people's attention. And then they just changed punctuation about it. And then made the point of like how that changes the meaning of everything. Like
Right.
Go fuck with an exclamation mark, like yourself, or like with a comma, things like that. Like, and how it changed the whole meaning of everything. Very abrasive yet
Yeah. That's
effective
fun.
pedagogy.
Seems like they had some unconventional educational strategies.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. I liked it though. I think that the fact that I remember it today so vividly speaks to it, I suppose. Now I had one more for you. I won't even turn off the TV. I won't even turn it off, but I'll just read it.
Okay.
You can just guess. Nighty night. Keep your booty holes tight.
Okay, like
Yeah, it's
I really
definitely gay
want this
Twitter.
to be Black Twitter,
It's-
but
No, I wanted to give you one there. Just a very
Keep your
wholesome
booty
gay
holes
Twitter.
tight.
Nighty night. Keep your booty holes tight.
Alright, I have a question.
Yep.
How?
Trying to kaggle 24/7 or just like tighten up your butthole.
Do people do that for their butthole?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can like clench and unclench your butthole.
I like that you could just tell that you were doing it by the way your voice sounds.
Oh fuck you! Is it that obvious? I mean, I had to try. When you think of it, it's like, wait, I can't keggle. I don't even have the option.
Well,
where
see,
you can.
like, because Kegels is for your
Kegels,
vagina,
I'm not
right?
even seeing it right. Yeah, exactly. It's basically a Kegels for your butt.
Yeah, but I've never considered that you can do it for your butthole. Interesting.
Not doing enough action back there, I guess. So.
Wait.
Hashtag gay Twitter, man.
I need to stop doing Kegels, really.
And fortunately, the media may contain self. There was something blocked here for my for my protection, apparently. And when the tweet was "nighty night, keep your booty holes tight," I have a feeling we could have been looking at a fried
Oh,
butterfly.
I am so curious. Like,
Oh,
that's
boy.
fantastic.
You know, speaking of, it's weird that
Twitter
came
has
up
no
because
rules.
Here's something very wholesome about that tweet that kind of goes with this.
Oh.
Have you ever seen Dogs Run Train?
Oh no!
Have you ever seen Dogs Run Train?
Oh, that's not. That's...
Basically, there was just like 3 wholesome dogs.
Why is
kinda
that person
getting
just
after
sitting
it.
there eating their food also and just like allowing this?
This dog owner is fully letting a threesome happen
is
right
so
beside
funny.
him. But I've never seen that in my life, so I thought I'd share it with everybody.
Yeah,
I
that is
mean,
quite something.
isn't it?
Wow.
3 dogs. All
They're polyamorous. They're very progressive.
They're poly people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get along, you know, but the NRE.
Yes, absolutely. I actually do know a few people that are subscribed to the poly lifestyle.
How does that play out for them? I know one that I could think of offhand, I guess.
Well, it's interesting. There's like a bunch of different, like, I don't know, I guess factions of it where you can be like, because this is a term that is just the worst, but you can be solo polyamorous, which
So
means you're polyamorous.
you
Like,
just masturbate?
so basically it's like you
You're single?
have multiple partners, but right now you don't have any partners other than yourself.
Okay.
But when you do have a partner, you just want them to know that,
Sounds
you
a lot
know,
like single.
yeah. Like what? Like you don't get who? No, you're not solo
Those
poly. You're fucking
incels.
single.
I got this incel I gotta show on another episode one day. I've
Oh,
been
I
thinking
love it.
about it. He's something else. Yeah, solo poly, never heard of it. Probably
Yeah.
because there's other words for it.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can be like polyamorous in the sense of like you don't feel like there should be any primary relationship whatsoever. Like so no rules, just like multiple relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other ones where it's like you may have like a primary partner and then be like polyamorous and have like side relationships.
Okay, so
But
you
it's
have like
also
one
all
main.
like yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you think you could ever get on board with that?
Yeah, actually.
yeah?
Like, but it depends, because, like, I don't know. Like, I would not be down with the, like, no rules situation. But I
Very
am
well defined.
a big fan of, like, I don't know. It's like, if you love somebody and, like, you want them to be the best version of themselves, like, if going out and doing whatever every now and then makes them happy, then it's like, why would I hold that person back because of my own insecurities? Because I'm afraid they're going to find someone they like better than me. Then it's like, well, go find them then. Because if
That's
like
so progressive of you.
I know.
So progressive.
the worst.
Look at you. No, that's fantastic. Okay, interesting. I don't know about myself if I could. Like, I like the way that you talk about it in the sense of like, okay, like if you're going out and you're just doing a thing and you're having like a night about it, that's kind of interesting, and like I could maybe see that being more feasible as opposed to like fully dating somebody who is like dating a full other person. Would be
Yeah.
very confusing.
That I can't not
Be
get
very
behind.
confusing.
Like I need, like I wouldn't want I don't know, because that's the thing too is I'm like, and that they're big against rules, and it's like I feel like I would have a lot of rules where it's
Yeah.
like you can't, like I wouldn't want them to actually have another like girlfriend. It's like
No,
no,
like
fuck
the
off.
man part in me is like, I could skip through all that bullshit if it was just like, what is that one with just like the guys that were cool? They like religion with like 8 wives. Because
Like, oh god,
that would,
yeah.
although having like
Sister wives?
one seems enough in terms of the stress, but I mean like 8, if you were gonna do it that way, but then they're all just like, yeah, sister wives. They don't even see anybody. I
Yeah.
could maybe get on board with that. It'd be weird as well, but it'd be like, it'd be a life to live. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, I actually previously was in a
A cult,
ethically
a
non-monogamous.
nunship, okay, a
Ethically
non-monogamous, but
non-monogamous.
not. So is that like its own branch of poly?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, we were only open one way because he
Okay.
was not cool with me going out and doing this stuff, but I was cool with him going and doing this stuff. So
Wow, okay.
yeah. But it was like, I don't know. Anyways, we're getting into other weird shit about me. But I'm a bit of a watcher.
Oh, okay, that's a kink of its own, though, isn't it? Right.
Speaking of kinks, actually, this is great. This is
you
bringing
got
me
a
into
good kink in
my
you? A little
next
something?
segment.
Okay. You want me
Okay.
to pull something?
No, not necessarily. There's not really pictures needed for this one. So I just kind of like, but like deal breakers a little bit, right? So talking
Yeah,
about
okay.
kinks.
Deal
like-
breaker. So like things that you would like make you like not want to date somebody or something. you
Yes.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I had a friend recently who's single and met a guy and they were talking and I guess she asked him like if he had any sort of like kinks or fetishes and he said that he had a stuffing fetish.
Stuffing. Okay.
Right.
So I have no idea what that is.
Okay, me neither. And when I heard
if
that, I was like, oh
let
god.
me see. Okay, if I
He
had
wants
to
to put
guess,
multiple, like, what is he stuffing? Like,
So hang on. Yeah, he said he had a stuffing. Okay. I mean, off the top, doesn't sound great.
yeah.
Don't really want to stuff anything other than my face. Not sexually.
All right, so here's the thing, okay?
Just with food. But wait, is he talking like, yeah, he wants to get stuffed, or is it like a stuffed animal thing? Like he likes to hump stuffed animals?
Interesting.
Because I like stuffed animals. Like when I was a kid, I used to like to sleep with them. I don't anymore. And I mean, even when I
Sure.
was a kid, it's not like I was like, ripping holes in them. And
All right, now I feel like you were. Yeah, well, no, these are things I was kind of thinking too, and honestly, my first thought was just fear, because I'm like,
yeah, I mean,
what?
for your
I was thinking it
friends,
was maybe like some sort of gaping situation, but no, apparently it's like, and it's different than, because I guess there's like feeder fetishes where they want to like feed someone and make them gain weight and like get really fat and like into like obesity. But this one, a stuffing fetish,
Like,
sorry,
what?
a stuffing fetish is apparently
Making
where he
someone
wanted,
heavy?
he wanted to, like, let's say he had a partner, he wanted his girlfriend to eat, like, you don't eat a bunch of food and you're like super bloated and uncomfortable because you've like eaten too much, like that was the part of it that he liked. Like he liked seeing the girl with like the bloated belly and like being super full. And I'm like,
That's so random.
right? And I'm like, hey, like not the worst
Are you
in
sure it's
terms
not just
of
like a pregnancy thing, or is it
see,
like
that's
its
what
own
I
thing?
said. I
Yeah.
was like, ooh, is this some sort of weird like biological thing where it's like, ooh, I want
Mm-hmm.
you to look like you're carrying my seed? Like, I don't know.
Like that's what it seems like.
Yeah,
Like he wants to see that little tum,
right?
just a little pouty.
I don't know. I feel like I would be so uncomfortable. Like, you could never eat around this person, ever.
You'd be uncomfortable. I mean, I would show up and you get a hard on. And I would just be, he'd be like, this guy looks, I've never seen somebody look so full. Took a lot of money to put this here. It was a whole gut worth of investment.
And this is the thing, too. Apparently, he actually likes girls that are thinner, but just have
Because then you can like
a
see it
below.
more.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Okay.
thinking, like, ooh, this feels like a pregnancy thing. But apparently, it's a deal breaker for her. She was
Gotcha.
like, yeah, I can't get behind this.
She wasn't
so
into it. But it's not like, even if you have a kink, I mean, like, you got to do your kink like all the time. Like you couldn't just like do it like once in a time, maybe
Yeah.
just get on board. So that's a deal breaker for her, eh? And she was like not doing it.
I can see why though, because after her and I talked about it, we were like eating food together. We just kept making comments about it afterwards, like, oh yeah, like, and it's like, yeah, you could never just like eat anything around the person and not just be like,
That's so true.
oh, I feel sexualized.
Oh wow, yeah, that's so true. I never didn't think about it like that. Like you wouldn't be able to be comfortable just like eating.
Yeah.
casually.
And like, I don't know, I'm sorry, if I've just eaten a bunch of food, like the last thing I want to do is be fucking touched
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, don't you? There's the, what do they say after you eat a lot of food, right? Don't go swimming, don't have sex, or something like that, right?
do they say that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know the
remember when
swimming
was
one.
yeah, and I remember the.
Why
sex
are they
one.
telling you this as a kid?
Yeah, the sex one is when I heard as a kid. They say after you eat a lot, don't have sex. And I'd say, oh, okay, I'll go swimming. They said, don't do that either. I said, well, what can I do? They said, go find somebody who's into stuffing. And,
Yeah. Just have them rub it.
and that's how my childhood got me here. And
Interesting.
yeah.
Sounds like you started young.
yeah. I started stuffing pretty young. Yeah, stuffing myself.
Was this
but
actually the
like-
guy she's talking about? Is actually you?
Is it all the stories
Yeah.
are actually about me, and nobody knows that. That's the best part.
It's
'Cause
interesting.
they're all about me. You know what's funny about that? It reminds me of my teacher of mine I had. His name was Mr. Buckley, and he was one of my favorite teachers growing up. I had him in grade 2, and I had him in grade 4, and he used to tell us these things he called Charlie stories, and we were in grade 2 and grade 4, so we didn't really know any better, but basically all the stories he told us called Charlie stories were just about him
Okay.
growing up, and he would tell us these stories as like an educational lesson. Like, he was like the coolest old guy teacher, like very good, like just the nicest, best teacher you would ever imagine when you picture the perfect teacher. And he would tell you stories, and like everybody respected him and liked him, but he would tell these stories to like teach you life lessons about like this one time when he was a kid, or Charlie was a kid, and Charlie went to the store, and it was like the local store, and he stole a chocolate bar, but he shouldn't have stole a chocolate bar. And then years later we found out that it was Charlie was Mr. Buckley, and we're like, Mr. Buckley stole
You
a
stole?
and all that. But I remember it was so wholesome just learning this Mr. Buckley. What a
Aw.
guy. Good
Mr.
guy.
Charlie.
Who was your favorite teacher growing up? Did you have a favorite teacher ever?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
His name was Mr. T.
Mr. T. Nice.
Yeah, I guess I could say his name. Well, it was Mr. Tessier, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had him actually multiple years. Also, it was like I think I had him for grade 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was hilarious, and like, well, it's funny, same friend. Her and I like went to elementary school together, and throughout the years, we've just like always randomly been out somewhere together where we just happen to look like a lesbian couple, and then
Oh, yeah.
run into Mr. T. Like, it's just like he's probably really rooting
He
for
just
us.
thinks all these years later, yeah, these guys, these really made it, these girls.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. You
Yeah,
know what's funny?
you're
My
sweet.
my brother is well, actually, before I say that, I was gonna say I had this other one teacher
You
in
have a
elementary
brother?
school. I do have a brother. I had a teacher in elementary school named Mr. Lovies. He was my grade 8 teacher, and I always ripped on him to his face, called Mr. Lovies, because I said he sounded like a diaper brand.
Oh my god, he does. Mr. Lovies, that's so cute.
It's a diaper brand, but so no, my brother, he's a high school teacher now in my hometown, like where I grew up.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, he doesn't teach at the high school we went to, but actually our like rivals, like our sport rival that we had when we were in high school, is where he teaches now. But anyways, he's like, he knows like all of our teachers, like our old teachers are like his colleagues
Oh,
now.
that's super weird.
And he was telling one of my old gym teachers, because my brother's a gym and a math teacher. He's telling my old gym teacher he saw him at like a PE day, like a professional development thing, and he was like, yeah. So the teacher literally, he asked about me. He's like, and how's your brother doing? He's like, oh, he's doing well. He's a doctor now, and he's out and whatever. And he was just like, that kid couldn't run a 20-minute mile in less than 30 minutes. I remember he couldn't jump over a pop can. And I was just like, what the fuck? He just started ripping into me, because he was also our football coach. He's
Okay,
like,
wait, what does
kid
that
could-"
have to do with you being a doctor?
The point was, he was just like, couldn't believe it. He's like, no, there's no way. He's like, that kid? He's like, there's no way. And then he just
Yeah,
started tearing into
turns
me
out
for
you
being
don't
fat,
need
basically. He's just like,
Athletic ability to be smart.
it's like the whole time I could just imagine meeting him now, and it's like I'm listing off all my accomplishments, and it's like, yeah, and I did this. He's like, you're still fat.
Yeah,
bro."
literally, that's still fat though. Like,
Yeah, but you're still
yeah,
heavy,
like,
bro.
Can you fucking lift?
You haven't
Or-
lost anyway. Actually, that I could do. I was always best at lifting, but look, I was the heaviest motherfucker always. I mean, still am, and nothing's changed. Like, so that's
Just this size and body, like your whole life.
practically. Honestly,
Wow.
I was like, I probably weigh about now what I did in like end of high school. One point, I was just a heavy man, but I lifted a lot more in high school because we had 4 years high school, but we had a fitness class and a gym class. So we always.
Oh.
Like two times a day for 2 hours a day, we were lifting and running, and then I was on football, rugby, and those were my main teams. So we're like always working out. We'd have morning practice. We'd have gym practices.
So you were on the sports teams?
Yeah.
Wait, why is he chirping you then?
Because that's what the coaches did. They ripped on all of us. And plus, I was like, my position in football and in rugby was basically like to be the big guy. Like that was
You're like
I
the
was
destroyer.
the big guy. I was the O-line and I was the frontline prop in rugby. So I was
Sure.
way better destroyer. Now, why couldn't you be my coach? Like, why didn't they call me things like destroyer instead of be like, hey, fucking Fap, you can get after it.
I wasn't on any sports teams at all. If you went to my high school, the teachers would be like, who? So it's nice that you were remembered.
Oh, well, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess,
really good to
know?
peak in high school.
Yeah. High school, I think so many people peak there, and it's sad almost, isn't it? How many, how that goes.
Well, especially, I don't know, I'm from a really small town, so
Oh, yeah?
I'm like the only one from my graduating class that isn't married with children.
Oh, wow.
They're like
How
5
many,
years old at this
how many
point.
people went to your school?
Oh God, I don't know. But I mean, I knew everyone in my graduating class. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't like that big.
Yeah, we were close enough. Like, we had, I mean, our school was like 1,500-ish, so it was like a reasonable mid-sized school considering our area, but it was like, we did know, like, our whole year was pretty close. It was cool.
It sounds nice and wholesome.
Did you have, do you want to finish your conspiracy list then? Because I had to take us to gay Twitter.
Oh, sure.
We'll finish your conspiracy list, and then I got a couple other videos, and that's probably,
Gonna be
the
it?
time, yeah.
Okay. So I have two more. So if you want to actually pull up the
Okay,
one
I will pull
picture
one
that
up,
I
sure.
sent that I believe it says airport.
Oh, the picture that's at the airport, yeah. I just renamed him here. Oh, that's our gay fellow friend. Good-looking guy, actually just me.
Okay.
Okay, so
this-
we're looking at a diagram of like an aerial view of an airport.
Yes. So
It
this
looks
is the
like- it looks like-
Denver airport.
Okay, it looks like this photograph was taken with a potato. It's in the worst resolution possible. Doesn't look like anything.
I'm not sure
This
what
is
your
the
aerial shots look like, but I think they're doing their best, all right?
Get a drone or something. This is their airport, the Denver airport. Is it?
Yes.
Like Colorado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I would not talk shit if I were you, because apparently this theory is that the Denver airport has a secret underground bunker or facility, headquarters really, for the Illuminati.
Oh, okay.
And let
Right.
me tell you what.
But I am Illuminati, so I shouldn't be scared.
All right, I don't think they actually... I think that's kind of one of the first rules of Illuminati.
Is that they don't? Oh shit! I'm probably gonna get killed now.
Yeah, you're out.
Oh fuck!
They're revoking your
God.
access.
Damn it! Jackie's gonna be taking my place next week.
Yeah.
They're revoking my access. I'm done. So, all right. Well, we had a good run. What's that? Oh, we're at it. All right. We're wrapping it up
Nice.
here.
All
That
right.
came by quick. So I do
So-
notice. I must point out it practically forms a swastika.
Okay, here we
So,
go.
it does
Good
the
work.
layout
So
of-
you subscribe to this theory because
If you see the
when
swastika.
the airport was built, apparently it was actually $2 million over budget, which like why? Like there's no
Interesting.
real reason for it.
Yeah, no
So-
construction projects ever over budget.
Right.
So
They there's a theory that it's actually because they built this like underground headquarters that's
Gotcha.
a secret. So the other aspect is there's another theory that the building was built by neo-Nazis because plaques around the airport say it was funded by the New World Airport Commission. But
okay, NWA, like kind of like a New World Order, but
yes, but
yeah,
no information can
the
be found
neo-Nazis.
about this organization anywhere. And then with some even say that with the way the runways are laid out, that it actually looks like a swastika if viewed from above.
I am observational. I have incredible observation.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I did see. We all see the swastika. Now this is a bit of an aside. It might. I don't mean to incriminate myself. I have two
Interesting.
books that have swastikas on them.
What?
I just figured, when else am I ever gonna be able to tell
Was
this
it
in my
Mein
whole
Kampf
life?
or whatever? What is it?
No, I don't know in that book. But I was like, when else would I ever be able to tell this, or would it ever be relevant that we're talking about swastikas? No,
Besides at your,
they're
weekly
actually
meetings.
2 books. Yeah, this was actually at my show and tell of the last.
Yeah.
I brought it. I said, I found this fine piece. It's an early edition of Rudyard Kipling. But that's actually what it is. It's a Rudyard Kipling book from I collect a lot of vintage books. Like if I can find a book that's like 100 years old, more than 100 years old, like I like to buy out old books, particularly not just any old book, but if there's something interesting. But Rudyard Kipling wrote the original Jungle Book, the story,
okay.
The Jungle Book, and I found like a not original, but it's like a over 100-year-old copy of this book. And I guess the publisher at the time was using the swastika because it was not yet appropriated by the Nazis. So lots of people are obviously well aware that the swastika was, in fact, a sacred and symbol that wasn't just used by the Nazis, but once it was appropriated by them, it became, totally obsolete. So I actually have these 2 books, and like I saw the swastika on them, and I was like, what the? This is unexpected, but given the date and everything, so. Yeah, it was a big hit at my last meeting.
Yeah, so those are the books that you have on display with the cover facing out, just to set the tone for anyone that comes over.
Yeah, exactly. So this
Love
is
it.
a good. Yeah, that's. I've only been to that Illuminati base like a few times, but I mean, there's bigger ones. There's actually better ones.
Was it
There's
worth
better
the $2
ones.
million that they put into it though?
I think they underspent. Actually, they probably should have spent a little more. I mean, it's
Too many plaques.
Yeah, it's just just fucking old dudes' faces just all over the walls.
A lot of stashes.
And it's not very clean. They could work on that, but they were,
Surprised they didn't have more showers.
Yeah. Yeah, first thing I did when I got there is there's a long flight, you get in, take a shower. Take a shower. All right, we're winding down here, everybody. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Fucking good night.
I do have one more.
Yeah? What's up, Jackie? Oh, you got one more thing for us? Okay.
And I think we should go out on this.
All right. I love it.
So the last conspiracy that I have is that, most people are aware of the whole flat earth theory, right?
Yep. That one's for sure true.
And this is kind of an extension of that. So that the earth is flat and the moon is actually a projection. The moon is fake.
Oh, okay, yeah, the moon. I think I've heard about this because it's true. Obviously, that's why I would have heard about it. That the moon is like a, what do you call it? It's like a word for projection. It's like what they have in Star Wars that come up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A projection?
A hologram.
Hologram. There it is.
Yes.
Good work.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like a hologram or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and there's like certain videos that I watched where it'll show the moon and there's certain parts of it that might look more blue in the picture, and they're saying that's because it's actually just like it's see-through, so you can actually see.
Right. Yeah. No one's ever heard of a blue moon before.
Yeah. And I would say it's like slightly like.
So the moon is a projection, but the Earth is flat. Both of these things are true. That's what they believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is basically just like it's part of the whole conspiracy that the Earth is circular. So I'm not sure who is creating the projection apparently it's actually supposed to distract us from the existence of, Nibiru, a rogue planet that will cause the apocalypse.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think.
So there's something they're not telling us.
Yeah, and I mean, they probably know. The reptile people probably know.
Maybe that's where the
Whoever's
projection
living
is coming from.
It's coming from the Denver, Colorado airport.
They actually all do kind of go together.
Yeah, and it's like, but the thing is, if it's flat Earth, it's like, where are they digging into this underground? What are the underground that they're in? Or do they believe the Earth is flat but thick, like that thick boy?
Yes.
Like that thick boy from earlier. It's
Thick
flat.
and
It's just
pasty.
really thick, so we can dig into it and we can go underground, and then that's where we set up the hologram for the moon.
Right.
You know what's interesting about that? I got literature and everything right behind you. I have a Lifetime magazine printed in the original year when the moon landing happened, 1967
As
in
all
July.
the cool kids do.
And it's another collector. Not worth much. Probably get a couple bucks for it. But I thought
You
it
really
was
get
kind of
into
cool
Pokemon
when.
cards.
I fucks around with Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I
here
bet
and
you
there,
do.
too. Yeah. You don't even know about our Pokemon history. Me and my brother, we used to play, actually collect, and we played in tournaments. Like, we were actually pretty hardcore about it. And I
Did you
still
play
got
Magic
boxes
too?
of them. We did, but we never got as into Magic.
Okay.
But we do. I still have boxes of Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, wrestling,
They'd be worth money.
Digimon, all those, and they are worth money. I've actually went through them recently to see if, like, I have at least several $1,000s worth of Pokemon cards, like in today's value, like easily, probably more, because all my cards are more than 20 years old. We collected during the first sets, and those are the sets that are worth money.
Wow.
So I've actually been like looking at that, but it's not really in my interest to sell them. I don't think, anyways.
Yeah,
But,
I actually knew a guy that sold
Yeah.
his Magic collection and put a down payment on a house.
see, that is the kind of life I want to be living.
Right?
All right, let's get ourselves some fucking Pokemon paid for houses. Next time
Fuck yeah.
next time you guys are watching, I'm gonna be living in a house paid for entirely by sale of my Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
and that's
We're
gonna be
looking
in
for
1 week,
sponsors, and we're
so-
just really hoping for Pokemon.
Yeah, I would love a Pokemon sponsor. I'll open I'll open up a pack on air, and you know,
Oh, yeah.
people are into that these days. They just watch people open packs. I've watched some of these videos. There are lots of them out there on the fucking internet.
Fuck
So
yeah.
we will do that for you, Pokemon. You can sponsor us, and everyone else who wants to sponsor us, give us a call. Thanks, everybody.
Reptilians, Illuminati, we're open.
Yeah, you guys got lots of money, so actually, scratch that. Pokemon people, we'd rather a reptilian sponsor. We want somebody who's got the big bucks. We'll take a first edition Charizard, though, if you got it. All right,
Yeah.
signing off. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.